joining me on My Mic Your Voice podcast. Today, we're diving deep into the world of a man whose journey blends artistry, heritage, and horsepower. Garrett Davis, he is an actor, voiceover powerhouse, theater arts advocate, and curator for Urban Fest 360 Film Festival. And when he's not in front of the camera or behind a mic, he's out in the arena as a true cowboy, a member of the USTRC and WCTPA, riding the American quarter horse with the
Yeah.
same precision and passion he brings to his craft. This isn't just an interview, it's a ride through legacy, culture, and purpose. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, B. Your check is in the mail.
I accept.
I know you do. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I've been waiting for this moment, and it's such a pleasure to have you on with me today.
My
Now,
pleasure.
to get into our discussion, you're a man of many worlds: acting, theater, and cowboy culture. How did
Mm.
these passions first collide, and what keeps them connected in your life today?
Well, ever since I was a young man, I rode horses. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and it's funny because I'll kind of tell you the story, make it short. Uh, in wintertime in New York City, all we would do most of the time is, go in the basement, listen to music, hang out. And one day, some friends of mine said, "Let's go horseback riding." And so we went horseback riding, and that's where it all started. I started, at the stable that we used to ride at. I started taking people out on rides, but you had to. The first step of it was you had to muck out the stalls in the morning. That was my main duty, and then I kind of graduated into taking people out, on horses on rides, and that's where it all started. And the evolution of it was, I got my own horses. I used to take care of other people's horses, and then I it's my passion. It's what I love to do.
hmm I know I seen on your page. I was like, oh, when I first met you, I said, oh, he's a cowboy. I saw the
Yeah.
cowboy hats and I was like, okay.
Well,
Then I started
and
posts. Mhm.
yeah, and the other thing about, I mean, in terms of acting and stuff, that's something that I did from a young man too. At first I wanted to be a lawyer, and being a lawyer is almost like being an actor. So that didn't happen. So I went to school and got trained in acting, and I've been doing it ever since.
hmm Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I haven't seen you do any acting, but oh no, no, I take that back. Yes, I did. I saw your commercial. Yes, I
Yeah,
did. I saw your
yeah.
commercial. So I take that back. Mhm. So speaking of which, when it's talking about voice, your voice has power. From performing arts to storytelling, what does voice mean to you, literally?
Well, in my career, a while back I was doing voiceover work, and for
Mhm.
a while I kind of stopped. But what happened is I picked it back up, and I really really got interested in it because you could be at home with the advent of COVID and everything happening. Our auditions are self tape. We don't go to casting offices hardly anymore. We tape our own stuff, and that's how they get it. We tape it, we edit it, we light it, and we send it out, and that's how you find out if you've gotten a call back or if they want to see you in person. And then I started doing some voiceover stuff again, and I got really involved in it, and it's another way of making income, and it's another way as an actor you can put yourself out there, and that's why I started doing a lot of voice work.
Okay, okay, awesome. You have to can you tell us some of the stuff you've done so we could see if we heard it before?
Well, right now, I have on Audible. There's a story. It's called intellectual. Oh, I can't. In, I have to look it up. I can't remember the name of it, but it's on Audible. I've got a commercial out with Care Credit, and I play a dog, and he talks like that
Oh,
in, in this commercial, and
okay.
it's another way of making a living, and it's a lot of fun. You know, going in the studio, meeting other people, and that's what I love to do.
Awesome. I like the way you changed that voice to that moderation. That was good.
You know, but he's a bulldog, and he talks like that. He says things like,
Okay.
"Hello, ladies."
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
look that up.
the name of the book on Audible is Intellectually Speaking.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
actually, it's a job that I did for Queen Latifah's company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. All right. Go Queen. Using my friend like that. All right.
I love the
Okay.
Queen.
Yes, I love her too. I'm trying to get her on my podcast, so I'm gonna try.
And keep trying. It can happen.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. And as a curator of Urban Fest 360, how do you select stories that represents real, raw, and revolutionary voices from urban communities?
What we try to do, Terrence Flack, um, um, Tim Starks, and I, and several other performers and actors who are on the curation team, we try to bring in people with great ideas and good film. You know, that encompasses a lot. We make entrees to our friends who are filmmakers, and we get submissions on Film Freeway to bring in some of the best things in film that you can see from students, from other actors, from directors, and we've culled in some great films for the festival. Prior to, I mean, we've been doing this for 3 years, and actually we've had films that have come in from all over the world, um,
Mhm.
Yugoslavia, England, France, a lot of different places, India. So our films are diverse, and we pick our films based on the quality of the films, from the sound, direction, lighting, all those things come into play when we look at these films, and we judge them and see if they qualify for showing at the festival.
Mhm. And I got to experience that this year because of this man here. I'm able to be a part of the Urban Fest 360 Film Festival, so I really enjoyed myself this year. I went as a guest last year, but now I'm part of the team, so I'm looking forward to seeing great things we do for the upcoming year. So that's awesome.
That is awesome, and I thank you so much for being a part of the team.
Yes.
The things that you have done have really helped us to get our film festival out there and to make it a success.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Absolutely. Now let's go into your cowboy roots, something that's dear to your heart.
Yeah.
As black cowboys are often missing from mainstream narratives. What does being a real cowboy, riding, roping, and representing mean to you culturally and personally?
Well, culturally, our story, it seems like it's really never been told. I mean, there have been some films that have been out there that have recently that have put us out there and told the history of the West in terms of us as cowboys. Um, you know, like in history, like maybe I think it's 2 out of 5 cowboys that
Mm-hmm.
went and brought stock to the rail yards from the South and Texas were black, and
Mm-hmm.
that history hasn't been told. as young people, when we saw westerns, watching them on TV, we always saw cowboys as white cowboys. You know, they never saw, you know, us as cowboys. And even when we would go to rodeos, at like the Bill Pickett rodeo, when we would go there, you could see the smile on the kids' faces, and to see them, you know, so happy to see a black man on a horse was something that they never really got to see, you know.
Mhm.
And we look forward to making more films about us because we did help to conquer the West. We were there. We were trailblazers in the West, and culturally, it's just another story about us uh, being a part of Americana. You know, you don't see that as much as you do now. In the past, it wasn't there. There have been
Mhm.
some black westerns in the past, but not to the effect of what's going on right now.
Mhm. Yeah. So do you see yourself doing any audition for any films that you could say about or
Well,
anything coming up for Cowboy?
well, actually, I've got some commercials on horseback. If you go on YouTube and look up visiting California, you'll see
Mhm.
me in a spot that's there. I've also done a lot of other things in terms of film on horseback commercially, but I'm surely looking forward to doing a Western film. The stories that are out there
Mhm.
are coming. Um, Bass Reeves, the Bass Reeves, David Yellowo did a story about Bass Reeves. So those stories are coming out now, and I really look forward to doing them. I really
Mhm.
do.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day watching the westerns like John Wayne and ooh, the Duke
Mm,
and Clint Eastwood and I just watched Silverado the other day. That's one of my favorite classics I like to
yeah,
watch.
with Danny Glover,
Yeah, with
yeah.
Danny Glover. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and you know, there's still stories that haven't been told. I mean,
Hmm.
the Buffalo Soldier story. There have been films about the Buffalo Soldiers,
Yeah.
but the quintessential story about them, I don't think really has been told as of yet. And I'm
Hmm.
really looking forward to doing something like that.
Okay. Well, let's hope you get an opportunity to do so.
Yeah, from your mouth to God's ears.
Okay. All right. We're gonna speak it into existence.
Exactly, exactly.
Shoot, yeah, you're riding. Well, we'll get into that later, but yeah, yeah, you're riding one of the top horses out there, so absolutely. Um,
Yeah, the
um,
American quarter horse.
hmm yeah. So now, taking us back a step or two, talking about the theater, going from like theater to voiceover, your versatility stands out. Which role challenged you the most, and what did it teach you about Garrett Davis, the man, when you were doing those?
Well, a couple of years ago, I had the chance to play the role of Martin Luther King,
Oh,
and that was very exciting for me. Now, you
oh,
know, a lot of people try to mimic his voice or
hmm,
his attitude. What I tried to do is tell the story of Martin Luther King from my own perspective, um, and I really think it came out well. But I've also one of the things I don't fly a plane, but
hmm.
I did the film Castaway. I was a co-pilot in Castaway with Tom Hanks,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, and that was really exciting. It
My
was
word.
it was a role that I had never played. It was a pleasure working with Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks, and you know, when you're working at that level, it's something that you always want to do, and it was very exciting.
Oh my goodness! So you was part of Wilson?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god! I watched that movie. It was good. It was
Yeah,
it was
you
good.
didn't even know that was me, did you?
No, Now you made me want to go back and watch it.
Well, you should. You should. Well, I die in the movie, but I still get paid for it when it's shown.
Oh my goodness. I'm serious. I'm going back and I'm gonna look for that now. Now, because I
There you
watched it,
go.
but like you said, but see, I didn't know you then.
That's true.
So
That's true.
so I wouldn't been, looking for you like that. But now that you brought it to my attention, I'm gonna go back and watch it now since I know you. And then
Yeah,
yes,
check it out.
I sure am. That is neat. I did not know. Any other roles you had that you could mention?
Well, I filmed Selma Hayek that I did with Selma Hayek and Matthew Perry. It was Matthew Perry's first film. It's called Fools Rush In,
I
and
love
I.
that movie.
But see, you've seen things that I've been in. I I I play the OSHA rep who closes down the casino they're trying to open, and
What?
it was really fun working with Matthew. Rest in peace. I had a great time. We shot that film in Las Vegas, and we had a lot of fun.
Yes. Oh, that is so hilarious. I love that Fools Rush In. Every time they show it on TV, I watch it. Every
Good,
time. Yeah.
good.
Oh my goodness. And what else you've been in that I've seen?
Well, I've done a lot of television. If I went through my whole resume, you know exactly what I do. But you can go
Mhm.
on IMDb and look up
Mhm.
all the things that I have done. Um,
Okay.
IMDb stands for Internet Movie Database, and
Mhm.
all
Mhm.
actors are on there. You can look them up, see what roles they have played, things they have done from voiceover to theater to TV, and you get to see what they're about.
Okay. Well, I have an account with them, so I'm sure gonna look you up.
Yeah, great, great.
Hmm. Oh my goodness, you did some good stuff there, Gary.
I, I've
Wow.
I've been I've been doing it for a while, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
look forward to doing it more in the future.
Yes, yes. I can't wait to see. I know you're working on something now, but I know you can't probably say, but I can't wait to see what it is when you finish it. Hmm.
Well, yeah, actually, it's a film I did with I'm doing with Chris Stokes. He has a film that recently was in the theater called Run, and I
Hmm.
think it's on Netflix or Prime right now. I'm not sure which one. I
Okay.
just read something that said it was on there, but yeah, we just as a matter of fact, I just wrapped on doing that, and
Hmm.
expect to see it. I think it's going to be on Tubi, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, cause I would say Chris Stokes. A lot of his movies on Tubi. Yeah,
Right. I think
I
he
watch
has a
all his stuff
deal.
on Tubi. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a deal with Tubi, so it'll be on there. And when it comes out, I'll be sure to let you know.
Okay. All right. Because I know whenever Chris Stokes do something, Marcus Houston normally be a part of it too. So,
Yeah,
I,
he's the one that he's the one of the producers on this
yeah.
this film, and
Hmm.
I think he's Chris Stokes' producing partner.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you mentioned Chris Stokes, I know Marcus is there.
Hmm.
Oh, awesome. That is awesome. Well, you should do.
Unfortunately, in this film, I die too.
Why you telling us? Why you telling it?
Well, I'm not telling you the story, but I do die in this film as well.
Oh goodness gracious! You just done broke my heart. Oh, tell, tell them to stop killing you off.
but that's okay as long as I get residuals and I get paid, and I'm still alive. It's a good thing.
Yes. Oh my goodness, you're too funny. um, now, let's see. Going back to your riding days. What life lessons has riding the American quarter horse taught you about patience, strength, and even performance?
Well, it's funny you mentioned all three of those things, and that's what it really teaches you.
Mhm,
Every morning. Well, I live on a ranch, and
mhm.
every morning I have to get up and feed the animals and take care of them and make sure that they're okay. Um, it does teach you patience because these animals, they don't talk. They can't tell you, although they show you signs physically. You have to take the time to understand what they're trying to tell you. um it's more it's even more than a passion. It's an ability to get along with an animal that's 1,200 pounds. Actually, they're like almost like big dogs. In the morning when they see me coming, they come out and walk up and want to see what's for breakfast. And
Oh,
it teaches you patience. It teaches you how to take care of them. It goes into a lot of things when you're dealing with a horse. I have two horses right now that I'm training, and it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of patience and a lot of understanding in working with an animal that big, and you have to be really careful. In the horse world, a lot of people say they I ride horses, but the ability to ride a horse, it takes training, it takes time, and it's more than just you know running a horse. You got to teach them how to turn around, how to stop, how to back up, all these good things, and to be patient. Sometimes they get a little chargy. Sometimes they don't understand the signals that you are giving them, and you have to take the time to teach them those things and not really get upset with them when you're not getting the effect that you're trying to make on them, so that they know what you're doing. You have to give them signals, and it's really repetitious. And you do it not at a fast pace. You do it at a walk, then you do it at a trot, and then you do it at a lope. So those things are the things it takes to work with animals like that you know
mhm. Well, that's awesome. So you just have two horses?
Actually, I have three.
You have three? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can a horse sense that you have fear of coming to them or want to ride them? Do they sense that fear?
Well, I think most animals do. I think as humans, sometimes we fail to pay attention to the signals that we get, even from other human beings, from a
Mhm,
look, or from what they're saying or how they're saying it. The same thing comes from a horse. You have to understand um, their signals that they give with their ears, or
mhm,
how they sense fear in you. A lot of people, when you get on the top of a horse, people don't really realize that you're giving them signals by your body, whether you're relaxed,
mhm,
or when you're holding their mouths, which they might have a bit in their mouth, and you ask them to go. Well, it's like a car. It's like pressing on the brakes and pressing on the gas at the same time. If you don't let go of them and let them do what they do, they get confused. um,
mhm,
the other thing, when you're riding, um, you don't want to give horses signals all the time unless it's
mhm.
something that you want them to do.
Okay.
If I want them to turn right, I signal them with the reins, very lightly with my hands, and ask them to move right. And when they finish that move, you relax. You let them relax and know that they've done it, and that's all you're asking of them. The
Mhm,
same thing with any other signals that you give them. Once you apply it, you let it go. You let it go. Just like when you're driving. When you're driving a car and you turn left, and you make the left, and you start to go straight, you don't keep the steering wheel at left, far left. You let it go back to its original place, and you go down the road straight. It's the same thing almost with a horse.
mm. Okay. Well, I want to ride a horse. I told you.
Well, when you
I've
come
always
out,
wanted.
I told you I'd put you on something.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try it.
You
Ooh,
can
it's
do
so
it.
big.
Well, well, I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't put. First of all, I wouldn't put you on something that would, hurt you, or something that you couldn't. control, and of course I would be there with you. So
Hmm.
that's all a part of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take you up on your offer then,
Don't
because that's a dream of mine.
yeah, don't be scared, Brenda.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I got you.
Because they're
I
so
got you.
beautiful. They are some beautiful creatures. Oh my
They are
goodness.
beautiful.
Yes. And what color are your horses?
Well, there's a color. Two of my horses are sorrels, which is like a copper color,
Okay.
and that's what they call them, sorrels. And my other horse is a bay, which is a kind of a dark chestnut color with black legs, black tail, and a black mane.
Oh, that sounds so pretty.
Yeah,
I
they're
I
they're
seen a
na-
I seen an all black horse. Oh my God, most beautiful thing I ever seen. Ooh.
they are beautiful. They are beautiful. I've never had a black horse, but they're beautiful. They're beautiful animals. I mean, and like I said, I look at them as like big dogs. They come to you. You can pet them. You can walk them. You can do a lot of things with horses that people couldn't imagine. A lot of my friends that do come out that don't ride even
Mhm.
when they go in the arena with the horses, they're they're really surprised at how really gentle they are. People think a horse is going to be mean to you or try to kick you. They don't do that. And I wouldn't have an animal around that would do something like that to somebody. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're very easy to get along with.
Hmm. So how do you keep the wild animals from your horses?
Well, I mean, where I live, I mean, there's only we do have some like cougars out where I live and coyotes, but they don't really mess with the horses.
Okay.
They don't. Anyway, I think a horse has a good way of protecting themselves. They will flee from you, but if
Mhm.
cornered, they know how to take care of themselves.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Well, good lesson. I learned a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, that's very interesting. Like I say, they are one of the most beautiful creatures that's out there. So yeah,
And Brenda, you didn't did you let your audience? Well, we haven't talked about it, but to tell them how we met.
yeah. That's my next question.
Oh, okay.
You know I was not gonna let it end without that. So that's my next question to you. But I just got so fascinated with your horses.
No, I
and
hear you.
like I say the best for last. Tell everyone how you met my man Kenny G, and what was it like filming a commercial with him.
Well, this was a couple of years back. Uh, it's funny when you go to when you do an audition and you
Mm-hmm.
go to a callback for a commercial, you don't always know who you're going to be working with. And I
Mm-hmm.
had no idea that I was going to be working with Kenny, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I show up. As a matter of fact, I play a cowboy in this Bush Light commercial, and actually I sing in the commercial. And Kenny plays saxophone in the commercial, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a Super Bowl commercial. And when I showed up, I realized I'd be working with Kenny, and he was just, we're talking about Kenny G. He was just so cool, and as a matter of fact, we've become friends after the fact. And what it was a great shoot. As a matter of fact, Kenny came to me and he said, "Hey man, let's stay in touch." And we traded numbers, and I've been to some of his shows, and we still remain friends. But out of my work, I got to meet him, and that's how I got to meet you, because you're a
Mm-hmm.
big fan of Kenny's, and
Absolutely.
you and I met online. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about Kenny, and then we started talking, and
Mm-hmm.
then we met in Orlando when we went to do the film festival there. So
Yep.
that's how all of this started. That's how we met.
Yep. Absolutely. Yes.
And Brenda is a good fan and friend of Kenny's.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that man to death.
I,
Absolutely.
I know you do. I know you do.
Absolutely. Yes. I've been to so many shows. Looking forward
Mm.
to going to the shows this year, as I always do. So, absolutely. Yes. And I'm telling you, meeting you has been one of the highlights of my life. I'm telling you, because you introduced me to so much, and I'm so grateful for that. Like I said, especially being a part of the film industry. So I'm
Mm.
learning something new, meeting new people, getting to, put some different things under my umbrella as far as for my resume. So I'm looking
Mm.
forward to doing some more things that we got coming up. So I'm just excited. Yeah.
Well, Brenda, like I said earlier, it's been a pleasure working with you on the festival, and the things that I didn't know about you, I got to know about you through what you were doing for the festival, and it was really, really appreciated. You are one of the people that have made this festival a success, and
Oh, thank
we
you.
we love you and we appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got a great team, so I'm looking forward to working
Hmm.
with Tim and Damien and Wenda and yourself and AP and just everybody with the Black Script, the Get One TV, the Afro TV. We just got so much going on. Yes, and
Yeah, you
Gabby
got
was
yeah,
there. Yes,
Kevin. I mean, Kevin from the Black Script is a great guy, and I'm sure you'll have him on here, and you guys can talk about what he does.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, yep, I have my list, and having this podcast has been a blessing for me because it's given me an opportunity to not only let my voice be heard, but let everybody else's voice be heard. And what made me come up with this concept was when I was younger, I was kind of like bullied because I didn't have what the other kids have, and they didn't accept me because I was considered poor, back then. My
Mm.
mom had a 2-bedroom apartment with 8 kids, and she worked 3 jobs trying to take care of everybody and feed everybody, so when you're younger, you know how kids can be when you're younger
Yeah.
and you don't have the things they have. But one thing we had was a family of love. So we all had love, and that shaped the person I am today. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to be quiet anymore. I don't want to be silent anymore. So let me make a
Uh-huh.
platform where people voices can be heard, where they can be encouraged, they can be seen.
Mm.
So my mic, your voice, is for encouraging, uplifting, and inspiring. So every voice deserves to be heard. So that's why I came up with this concept of my mic, your voice.
And that's why we love you.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm very
those
excited.
all of us have kind of grown up with experiences like that living in this country.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, uh, like you said, the love is the most important thing when you're growing up in a family.
Yes.
There's so many people that don't have that, even with the circumstances that they're brought up in. And for some families, it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
Trying to make a living, taking care of your family, but as a people from our culture, we've learned to make it happen in this country, and we're still
Hmm.
trying to do that. We're still trying to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I do appreciate this time with you. Before we go, do you have any projects or collaborations we should be looking out for in the future?
Well, like I said, I just finished doing this film with Chris Stokes. I'll be sure to let you know when it comes out. I'm auditioning as we speak, and hopefully these things I will book them, and I'll have more information for you.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan. And
Hmm.
any charities or anything you support that you want to shout out or?
Oh, I'm not. Well, I'm not working with any charities right now. Like I said, we're working with Urban Fest 360 right now, trying to help directors and young filmmakers bring their stories to the forefront.
Okay.
And with that, I mean, it keeps us busy. And with me working and doing that, that's the time that I have to allot to that. And that's really it.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, Garrett Davis reminds us of that artistry isn't limited to one stage. It lives in every breath, every ride, and every story shared. Thank you, Garrett, for taking us on this journey. showing that
Mm.
purpose and passion can ride side by side. Until next time, keep your dreams settled and your voice strong because every voice deserves to be heard.
Blessings.
Thank you.